Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. Every day today, we'll talk about how TikTok is really being not so nice when it comes to content creators that look like me. And it looks like every day by day, we see some disgusting things from colored people coming up to do some nasty things about people that look like me. I mean, somebody that was talking about something really very important, and because you all could not stand the truth, then went to his comment section to, in order, write like in full with N word, right? You can say it by yourself, and it is disgusting. They keep telling us that we are making things up, that we should stop talking about race this season, that it's going to go away. But I do not see it going away, because with all this happening, and then they tried reporting the account, and TikTok said that the account did not violate any guideline. And then this is how they show them, and they go out and they come back and multiply, they multiply, right? This is really very disgusting. And the fact that this person's account is actually out there booming and all that is really something that I do not like. And TikTok can actually do better, and pop colored people can actually do better. It is not you can choose to ignore people that look like me when we are talking about what we are experiencing. It's not your business. But coming to drop that comment is very silly. Let's get into this video.
On a video where I am talking about Godzilla, I get this. Isn't that cute? He used every syllable. So funny. It's so funny that absolutely did nothing for me but make me take the picture. But I want you to take a look at it. Now, where would this come from? From this person who is trying to remind us of all the Negroes that have killed white women, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. This is what it has come to. He's following 12 people. He has 6,534 followers. Now, that comment just shows me that no matter how great it is that Donald Trump was finally held accountable for his own actions, America is still going to America. And it does not matter. You see, to people who would make comments like that and have platforms like that, it was never about policy from Donald Trump. Never was. To them, Donald Trump gave them permission to act on their worst instincts, to openly, loudly say, I am mad that the country no longer has me on top and them on the bottom. Not for everybody that voted for Donald Trump, of course not. And there were some smart people that voted for him in 2016 that didn't vote for him in 2020. And some people who didn't vote for him in 2016, they did vote for him in 2020. So at some point, they were smart enough to know, I don't know about this guy, but not the rest. No. To them, it was never about policies. That's why Donald Trump wasn't big on him, because he knew he didn't need policies for everybody. Just a few, but not everybody. He knew that this was a country where a lot of the people that are voting for him right now felt the kind of way because a black man had the gall to run and win the presidency of the United States. That's why when Barack Obama first got elected, you kept hearing people going to rallies and things of that nature, talking about they want to take their country back. I want my country back. their country featured all white male presidents and nothing else. And that bluster, that anger, that frustration, whatever you want to call it, manifested in Donald Trump. This is why a 6 times bankrupt, history of racist, failed real estate agent could convince po-ass people in states he wouldn't go to on a bet that he cared about them. Because he gave them permission. That's what he did. He gave them permission to finally tap into that racial angst and racial animus that they had in their hearts. So even with him being as criminal as he's always been, it didn't matter. As long as he gave them permission to be as nasty as they wanted to be. I want you to think about this. I got onto this application the day of the last presidential election. All right? In that time, I have never robbed anybody, never stole millions of dollars, never flashed guns, never flashed my lust for young girls. I've never done any of that. So why would that person put that comment in a video I made about Godzilla? I don't have a criminal record. Donald Trump does. I don't. So why would somebody feel so free to not only be too coward to put it in the comments section, but to spell it out letter by letter? Because how dare I speak on the things that I know about this country? One of the biggest fears that a lot of people are going to have is for members of the LGBTQIA. Why? Because where do you think the ire is going to go? Think about that. I really want you to think about that. I want you to put some thought process into that. Donald Trump gets convicted. Now, every person in some sort of marginalized community has to be on watch. We never thought the Capitol would be taken until Donald Trump lost an election. And some of the stories coming out of some of the people who were there to protect the senators and congresspeople and other personnel that worked there have racial animus. They have gay slurs and things of that nature. Why? Just because a guy lost an election. Cat's out of the bag. So yes, I want people to celebrate this. Absolutely. Please, by all means, celebrate this. The day that the justice system finally convicts this man for something, fantastic. But we already know, a lot of us are already saying it, he might not even see a day in jail. Might not. Because that's how the justice system works. Because it has a history of this. A very ugly racial history of this. Meanwhile, some of his fans really upset about this and they're lashing out. And threats of violence towards people in marginalized communities are there. Because to Donald Trump, it was never about policy. And he knew his sycophants and his cult would never care. As long as he gave them permission to be as nasty as they want to be. And he never stopped it because he's part of it. That's why I keep saying where Donald Trump is right now is his fault. His actions put him where he is. No one else's. But what has he been talking about the whole damn time? This is why so many people try to sell Donald Trump to black people. Why us? Why not Latinos or Asians or Jews? Why us? Why would you try to sell that man to us? Because they realize they're a dying breed. They're not a whole lot of these people. They're just vocal. And they're also willing to do violence. So see, I never forget where I live. I've been told on more than one occasion, if I don't like it, get out, even though I served this country. Because Donald Trump, whether he goes to jail or not, is a convicted felon. And these people are mad that he's being held accountable for his own actions. In the first place they're going is the same place he sent them in the first place. Attacking people that don't look like them. Because that's what he was here for in the first place. He was going to be thin-skinned, looking out for himself, but also he was going to allow the worst of American people to act exactly like they want to. So please be careful. Please be careful.
So this is all I got from this video. And the fact that this person actually spelled this like, the way it is just really very disgusting. And you know what? People actually tried reporting the, what's it called? The page. And guess what? I guess, was it? They said that that the person did not violate any, that there is no violation about anything and all that. So the person's page and everything is actually up and all that. And the fact that some people's audacity is like on another level. Like I keep saying, and the fact that TikTok like really he managed to keep the like the words in chronological order is just something that really left me speechless. But it is what it is. You all already know how TikTok is always ready to shut people down and the rest of it, because I don't see how this person's page is actually out there breathing fine. And if you decided to probably react on this on TikTok, you might actually get violation, because they are always very ready and ever ready to strike and stroke and the rest of it. And really, some people are just not it, sincerely speaking. But yeah, racist people will always be racist people, and they will always. I keep saying this: if you do not like somebody's content, you can move away. And the fact that his content, his page does not ask you to come, or like he's not asking anybody to come to his page, and all that people, color people, will always find their way to his page to talk nonsense. And now that proves it, like, each time we talk about rate to disease and how black people are being treated all the time, they tell you to stop talking about it, that when you stop talking about it, it is going to go away. But we see how it is going away, because as you can see with everything this man spelled out loud here, it also shows how it is going away, because we do not actually have the right to speak about how we feel about some certain things, or say like talk about how we are being treated and all that, because it's going that they are going to tell you that it's been a long time it happened. Get over it. How do we get over it? With every day-to-day activities, from them coming out to attack black people in any way they like, any tiny or any way they use it to like attack themselves, not even people that look like me. But I think it's really disgusting, and we are already tired, and we are sick and tired of waking up to some of their crazy comments and all that. We don't want to be seeing you all in our comment section, because we are not talking about you. And the fact that he was even saying something very like, trying to talk about politics, and this person from nowhere came out to write something like this, that is actually disgusting. And looking at the person, now you all already know how, I didn't want to even start saying that, but we can already know they have like, some of them have like some pop colored women have like done so many outrageous things to some black men and all that. From the history to this very moment, if you look at I keep saying that there is like they have modus operandi. First of all, it starts with one allegation, and that allegation starts with maybe like um, these foods that they call grape, right? That is how it starts. And before you know what is going on, it escalates. And before you know what is going on, that is the end of the brother. Maybe the person is incarcerated and that is the end of it. So I understand how you all operate, but then give black people a break. We are not asking you to come to our comment section, and we are not asking you to contribute to whatever we are saying as content creators or something. You can choose not to come out, as in like you can choose to walk away if you do not like what somebody is saying. You do not have to stand there. You do not have to be there. And coming here to write that is very disgusting. You all can do better. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.